Good afternoon. I'm here to instruct anybody who's interested in learning about this sort of thing, how to create an Orgone Personal Protection Device. And please forgive me if I seem a little bit nervous. I'm not used to making videos for people, but I feel that I should share my knowledge on this craft to help people. That's the important thing here, is we need to help each other. So first off, I have a list of ingredients. I have some metal shavings. Oh, first let's put on our gloves. As I stated, I have some metal shavings. These can be purchased or actually just picked up from any machine shop. You know, it's waste. They're trying to get rid of it. So I have plenty here. Different types of metals. There's regular steel, there's some hardened steel in there, some copper, some brass, all sorts of different types of metals. Next I have some quartz crystals, different types, more like beads actually. They were purchased at the craft shop by my wife. She was very helpful with this video. Next I have some baking soda. Now baking soda seems like it might sound a little weird for an Orgone device, but let's reserve judgment to see what happens in the end. And then next we have some coffee. I know that seems quite weird, but coffee is an important catalyst for the chemical reaction that is going to take place when we build our Orgone device. So first of all, oh, I forgot, a tube from Crazy Glue. I mean, it's just a Crazy Glue tube. Very simple. You just pull the Crazy Glue out and there it is. And then you have a piece of stainless steel mesh. Stainless steel, very important. This is high quality stuff. It looks like window screen, but it's pretty stiff. Okay, next, for the sake of the video, I've already done this. We take that stainless steel mesh and we roll it like this. We make kind of a tube. Take the tube and insert it into the Crazy Glue container. You know, just make it so that it just fits right in there snugly and that you have a hole down the middle. See the hole? Okay, and then we need to take our beads. Oop, that one's too big. Need several of them. It's very important. Oh, I'm making a mess here. Put them into the tube. Oh, one thing I did fail to mention is we do need some epoxy, a two-part epoxy. I don't have any right now, but as far as creating the Orgone the personal protection device, I'll be able to show you how I would use it if I had some right now. Okay, so after we've put the beads in, a few more. You want to have a good layer down inside there. And these are quartz beads. They're not cheap either. I was surprised. I mean, they cost about $4 for this little container full. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to take some of the metal shavings. I'm going to place them in there. Get some good long ones in there too, if you have them, if you can fit them down in there. Whoa! Oh, whoops! Take some more. Make sure you get some of the little brass ones. Like that's obviously brass. Very important. You need the chemical reaction. Not a chemical reaction, but there's a reaction between metals that happens when they're next to each other, and then along with the quartz crystals. I mean, this is powerful stuff. Trust me. Anybody who knows anything about Orgone knows that for a fact. Okay, so we got some more in there. Then you can take just a basic pencil or anything that you have around and just tamp that in there. Good. Tamp down through the middle of the stainless steel mesh. You want to get about a third of the container full of the metal shavings. Okay, well, in the interest of getting this video done quickly, I'm not going to really go too crazy on trying to get this perfect, and I'm going to take this apart later and make a real one once I get my epoxy. Okay, so that's all we need for the shavings. Like I said, that's about 1/3. Then we take a couple more of the beads, put them in, and some of the baking soda, just a pinch, that's all. And again, tamp it down good. Then some of the coffee. Don't need all that much of that either, just a pinch. This is more to speed up the reaction between the metals, the stainless steel, what would I call that? Sheath inside there. It's just to bind the chemicals together within the different elements. And then finally, a few more shavings at the end. And again, tamp it down there good. Okay, at this point, I would take my 2-part epoxy and I would pour it into the top, and I just kind of sit it along one of these bowls, or somewhere that it's safe and where it can dry properly. Then when all is said and done, you need to carefully take an X-Acto knife or a good utility knife, and then cut down the side. I'm not going to cut now because, of course, I want to use this tube for when I make my own personal Orgone protective device. And then you take it out and then inspect it. Make sure that it's smooth all the way around, because you want to make sure that any metal shavings aren't sticking out of the edge of it, because it could be dangerous. Because when all is said and done, all my fellow Orgone believers are going to take that personal Orgone device and shove it straight up their fucking ass, you stupid morons.